Isn't charge also generally better against roaches? Not really. Roaches have kiting potential against charge. They kite really well. Like Lingbane Roach Ravager can shut down charge-based armies, and Roach Hydra as well. So ideally you want to be catching a player out where they cut corners, where they skip out on Roach Warren, and they skip out on the Baneless as well. But here we go, we're getting into our next fresh series, and spawning in the bottom hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the South Korean Terran player, we have the Red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. Dragonics. Yes, Dragonics. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the Blue Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Team Little Fairy. It is Shameless. Go. As we have our fresh best of 3, and if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is a Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our PVT. Let's go. Again, Shameless, he was the rising star of 2024, at least my rising star for last year, where Shameless, he grew and he improved so much in such a short period of time. Over the past 2 years, he has risen towards the higher echelons of the European scene, and Shameless even making it all the way to the finals here, sorry, to the semis. Really impressive. He took down Lambo, took down Nicorakt, and now he's up against ByuN. Now, coming into this, I do still favor ByuN. ByuN, he has some killer TvP. Like, I would say that it's maybe his strongest matchup. Maybe. Actually, no, yeah, I think I would say that. Like, ByuN, he has had some better results against top Protoss players than against top Zerg or Terran. And he's known for his mid to late game. We'll get there. For now, it is going to be a more economic opener. Racks expand into a delayed factory. Kind of. It was a little bit messy. But a high ground CC. And in a world where a lot of Terran players, if you've been watching TvP as of late, you'll know that a lot of Terran players have been playing either mech or 2-base all-ins, right? Either 2-base all-in or mech. That's all that a lot of Terran players do embrace, especially in the Korean scene. Talking about players like Maru, like Cure, like Bunny, like Clem as well. But out of all of them, ByuN, he's the most macro-oriented, in the sense that he rarely goes for 2-base all-ins, and he does not play mech. As opposed to all the other Terrans that have been, again, mainly doing that. ByuN, he typically does embrace the mid-game. He's more than happy to go into mass Ghost, to go into Ghost, to go into Bio, get into 4 bases. That is typically how ByuN does approach this matchup, typically. Meanwhile, Twilight Council opener out of Shameless, headed towards Blink. Oh, nice mine shot. Mine shot goes off. Takes down the Adept, pulls away, saves the Widow Mine. At least Shameless is aware that a mine drop is coming his way. At least he is aware. And back at home, we should be getting into 3-gate Blink. Yeah, there we go. 3-gate Blink Stalker. Very safe play here by Shameless. Personal question to YouTube. Why no hosts? So many Bane versus Archon Storm Immortal. Are you asking about the previous game and Rogue's army composition? If I didn't make it clear earlier, Rogue, he basically went for a big lair tech all-in. That's why there was no further tech. There was no intention for further tech. Like, the intention was to end the game early. Was to kill Max Pax. Was all in. As we do come in with a mine drop. Mine drop popping off. And so far, no major damage. Shameless does pull away. I mean, I say no major damage. No mining in the main base for quite some time. Jesus. So he did pull everything away. And from here, ByuN just building up into the mid game, getting into his own bio tank setup. Raven Harass moving out. And again, we're taking a bit of a slower paced approach here. All good, all good, Pappy, all good. Oh. I jump back in. Recall? What? Interesting. Does recall to save his units? I haven't seen that before, I'll be honest. Does catch the medevac. Ooh, nice retargeting. Does retarget, does buy more time, and so much lost mine time here in the main. And you can see here the economy heavily in favor of ByuN. Heavily spikes in favor of our Red Terran. And ByuN just chilling. Getting his 3-1-1. And behind this, ByuN has a choice to make. He can either throw down 2 more maxes or a 3rd CC. He has options. Shameless coming in from behind. 3rd CC is on the way. So again, ByuN, he is expanding. He's not going all in. He's building up into a longer game, which is to be expected from ByuN. As we mentioned, like, he's like the most macro-oriented Terran player out there in TvP. Oh, as Shameless is trading very nicely. Traded well. In a sea of smudge where all the top Terran players are talking about how, like, we gotta play mech against Protoss, or we gotta all in, or we gotta just play Protoss instead. Like, nah, ByuN, he just embraces like a 3-4 base economy. Gets into his ghosts. Has some amazing EMP and ghost control as well. We're getting there. Even he struggles in the late game against Protoss. I'm sure he does, kind of. I mean, I might say that ByuN has... Does ByuN have the best late game TvP in the world? I think I might go that far. I think I might say it's better than Clem's. Maybe. But I might say that just because Clem has been avoiding the late game in TvP for a long time. Like, he avoids it, so we see less of it. As ByuN moves out across the map, Stalkers do catch some reinforcements, not bad. Getting 9 SCVs. There's a recall back home, does not get the tank. As ByuN, he will establish his 3rd base, and ByuN is moving in. Show some mine shots. Brutal connections. He's also getting low, but Shameless, he will hold. He holds, he defends, he shuts down the tanks. ByuN misrallying. No. Does have to pull back. Oh, he does pull back, but he does miss control. ByuN losing the entire drop, and Shameless, he can keep going. Yeah, Shameless, he can keep pushing. ByuN, he just lost the entire army. Ay. He just lost all the tanks. He lost the Marines. The bio army should not have gone down, by the way. And Shameless, he can just go for the kill. He can go for the kill. He can go for the throat. ByuN did mess up. And before we can even think about a 3 and 4 base economy, GG. Yeah, GG gets called. Shameless capitalizing on ByuN's mistakes, and Shameless takes game 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played again. ByuN, we gotta tighten up, Pappy. Yeah. I know that Shameless, he's, at least for some people out there, probably more of an unknown player, but Shameless, he's very active, of course. He plays in all the weeklies and all the online tournaments, and you gotta lock in, Pappy. You gotta lock in. As ByuN, everything just fell apart there, rallied into his opponent, lost all of his bio army, was unable to save it. And bearing in mind that ByuN, he was getting a 3rd CC, he had no need to commit as hard as he did across the map as well. So some blunders there from ByuN, and Shameless did punish. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're getting into game 2. And one more misstep, one more mistake, and Shameless, he can take it. He can take the series, and we'll see if he can pull it off. We'll see if he can pull off that upset. As we're getting into game 2 on Maganatha. Let's go. Now we're going to be loading into one of the larger maps in the map pool. Oh, as we're making sure we have all of our casters. Okay, we're good to go. We're getting into Maganatha again, one of the largest, or the largest map in the map pool, known for longer games as well. And we'll see if we can get there. And again, I'm sure that ByuN is going to just calm down, centralize himself, lock in. Now, what I will say is that if ByuN does actually, lose some drops and make some mistakes and lose an army, because the rush distance by ground is longer on Maganatha, the punish is not anywhere near as severe as it is on Ultralove, which is a smaller map in the map pool. But let's go. Let's go. We're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the red Terran representing Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. Down in the series, we'll see if he mounts back. As spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Team Little Fairy. It is Shameless, leading the series 1-0. Let's go. Let us go. As Shameless, I'm pretty sure he's beaten ByuN in OSC King of the Hill before, but has he taken him down in a best of? Okay, we'll look it up. We'll look it up. As once again, we should be seeing an economic opener here out of ByuN. Racks expand into a 3-rack setup, into a 3-1-1. As we can see here, single gas opener out of ByuN, so going for something more economic. And from the side of Shameless, we should be seeing once again Blink Stalkers. When it came to the previous game, when it came to the previous build, Shameless, he was just playing standard. He was just getting into 3-gate Blink. Again, it was more Shameless just capitalizing on some of ByuN's mistakes more than anything. And we'll see if our players can actually get into their game this time. As ByuN, he had a really nice start. Like, I'm referring to the Widowmine drops, the Widowmine harass, the denied mining was all solid. It's all solid. Okay. So Shameless, he has beaten ByuN in a best of 3 before. The last time he beat him was in the WardiTV EU League for 2025. This was back in July. Okay, this was back in July, so a couple of months ago. 2 months ago even. So it has been able to pull it off before. Can he do it again, Bappy? Can he do it again? Este Shameless. I mean, hey, he is last night's Platinum StarCraft League champion. True. Shameless, he was last night's champion. As once again we have our Twilight Council opener. ByuN back at home, getting to his own 1-1-1. Players are building up. Blink is on the way. Are we going 2-gate Blink? Okay, it's been a while. It has been a while here, but Shameless is being greedy. 2-gate Blink here from Shameless, winding it back here in the current meta of TvP. This is a rare sight. We often do see 3-gate Blink Stalker, but on these larger maps, if you expect your opponent to be more greedy, more economic, which we have seen, Shameless did scout the faster CC build here from ByuN, then Shameless responds with a faster third base as well. So greedy build here by Shameless. We'll see if he gets away with it. Does go for the fast third. With that, I'll have less stalkers to work with. ByuN's drop has been spotted. Does boost away. Does rotate over. Okay. Does pull back. And Shameless will get away with it. So I would say this is a better start for Shameless. Getting in the faster third base, so far not getting punished. ByuN behind this, getting to his own eBay, +1. 3-rack setup. Oh. Hello. That is a 4th racks. Am I crazy? Okay, yeah. 3rd racks. 3rd racks on the way. For some reason, I think I saw a 2 instead of a 1 on the production tab. So 3-1-1. Stim is being prioritized here, and ByuN, he's going for an early move out. He's going for the ByuN push. Okay. So this is something that ByuN is known for in this matchup, is pushing pre-Stim. Pushing with Vanilla Marine. So Stim only just now began, and he will look to fight without Stim as the upgrade. So this does hit earlier than normal, and this is designed to punish a player being too greedy. And Shameless was greedy this game. He was greedy. He went for a low gate count. He went for a faster third base. ByuN is moving in, and Shameless, can he survive this? Can he defend? He spots the army with the Observer. Now moving in. Link is done. Tank volley going off. The base is under fire. Shameless coming in from behind. Trying to catch reinforcements. ByuN is rallying on the right-hand side instead. Oh, his tank may still run into the Stalkers. And ByuN pulls away. Oh no! The medevac! One more volley! And he gets the medevac, gets a tank as well. Ay, ay, ay. Nice snipe there from Shameless. Snipes the tank, and can he get another? No shot. He'll get both. One more volley. Oh my, uno más. He doesn't get it. Oh, a bit of miscontrol there out of Shameless. He barely does not get the tank. He misses the shot. The tank barely gets away. The mass repair. Oh my god. If this tank wasn't here, I know, that wouldn't have been enough. That wouldn't have been enough anyway. But ByuN, he barely does hold on behind a third TC. But Shameless, he gets away with his third base. Does get away with it. Shameless looking good. Oh, as, yeah, once again, Sub-Zero, he was lagging out. Did notice some stuttering earlier. Bit of a shame. And behind the Shameless is going to be going into Colossus. Bay is on the way for Colossus production. Again, it is a viable option here. We often do see Colossus or Storm follow-ups, of course. Both are viable. We'll see if Shameless can get there. ByuN does move in. He's not really threatening too much here. The Observer does spot the setup. ByuN rotates towards the left. As he does pull away, getting his third base up and running. First Colossus soon to arrive. Until then, Shameless, he's stuck at home. So he's slowly building up his Colossus, getting his fourth base. Likewise, ByuN throwing down sensor towers and building up in towards the mid game. And this is what we expected out of ByuN last game in Ultra Love, but ByuN, he was too aggressive, too assertive, he lost everything. Everything just snowballed out of control so quickly. But here we can finally hit our stride. As we mentioned before at the start of this series, like ByuN, he's known for his mid game and his mid to late game as well. We're getting there. But now Zelts, they do get into the mineral line. They get a couple of SCVs going for the tank. And can he get it? Yeah, the tank is going to go down. Nice pickoff here by Shameless. Gets into the mineral line. ByuN, he was out of position. Still out of position. Late to react. 10 SCV kills. Shameless, he takes a lead. As 10 workers going down the tank as well. ByuN stumbling into the mid game. Ay. Despite the sensor tower. Despite the heads up. And now he's pushing into Colossus. Now there's two. There's a scan. ByuN, his army is very Marauder heavy, which would have been amazing here against Storms. I mean, it's solid anyway. Very beefy. As Ghost production has begun. The Ghosts, Vikings as well. At least ByuN was able to scan ahead of time, scout and confirm the Colossus. Now we need those Vikings. So Robert moves in. Can we force a cancel? He can. Oh, that was a kill. Yeah, that was a kill, not a cancel. ByuN, he's been making a lot of missteps here this series. Down goes the base. Ghost getting caught out. Yeah, losing 1, 2, losing all 3 Ghosts. Oh my god. Shameless. He gets all 3 Ghosts. That was brutal. Gets into the middle line. More SCVs going down. Yeah, losing more workers, losing more SCVs. And Shameless just getting further ahead. Just getting further ahead. With this, he double expands. Vikings being targeted down. There's only 3. Down to 1. Down to 1 Viking. No tanks? No tanks. Seems so weird. You might not watch a lot of high-level TvP, but tanks, it's very common to not have any tanks as the game progresses. Tanks do not scale well into a longer game in this matchup, so you do want to get out of tanks. So you shouldn't be seeing tanks in this kind of, at this state of TvP. It shouldn't be there. So building up a bio army, Marines, Marauders, getting to more Ghosts. Prism goes down. Warpin was denied. Nice defense, and Shameless is maxing out. He is maxing out. ByuN, he's getting there. Shameless getting on top of the high ground. Gets on the high ground. We have 4 Colossus moving in. How many Vikings do we have? Only 4. Yeah, the Viking count is just not there. Mass Colossus can overwhelm. We need more Vikings. Need more Vikings here. Working on +2. Once again, does target down the Prism. Very nice snipe. Prism goes down, denies the warp in. Shameless has to back off. ByuN holds. Whew. ByuN, he is holding on. Just to quickly go over it, the reason why you don't see tanks getting into a longer game state is just because of the Zealots. The charge lots, they do close distance, and you do go for a very, very Zealot heavy composition here. Again, no gases. No gases at the at the 4th base, no gases at the 5th base. It's very Zealot heavy. So tanks, they don't really serve a purpose here. So because they blink in. Bold blink here out of Shameless. Shameless here overextends. Get big overextension. ByuN does punish. Shameless has to back off. So a better fight for ByuN. And ByuN, he's maxed. From here, ideally, you do want to switch into Liberators. So you go into kind of Ghost, Marauder, Liberator, Viking. Speaking of Liberators, there it is. There's the Fusion Core. The Fusion Core is for Liberator range to get into Mass Lib. So Liberators are on the horizon. ByuN, he's getting there. Again, he's maxed. I would say that the mid game and the mid game in general is very shaky from ByuN, but ByuN, he's turtled up, and ByuN, he's getting a 5th base. He's working towards 5 bases here. Can he get there? Meanwhile, Shameless, he's still stuck with the Colossus. Ideally, you'd want to switch out of this. As the Viking guy gets higher. Getting a lot of Vikings. Shameless also never got into Storm. See how he fares. Deeper tanking all the laser shots. Going into Mass DT. Okay. Mass DT warp in. Doesn't achieve too much yet. Second Robo's on the way. With a second Robo, it looks like we're going into Disruptors. So it should be Mass Colossus into Mass Disruptor. I say that we have a 5th Colossus on the way. Oh my god. Calm down, Shameless. Calm down. Here we go. Here come the Disruptors. Again, you do want to get out of Colossus eventually. The reason for this is because of the Viking count, right? As the Viking count gets higher, Colossus become less effective. So you want to get out of Colossus, mix in Storm, mix in Disruptors. So Disruptors are on the horizon, but this is late. I will say that. The Disruptor switch here from Shameless is late, it is delayed, and because of that, ByuN is being given so much breathing room to expand, to take more bases. Shameless, he should be fighting for this base. He should be fighting for this planetary to make sure that ByuN is contained for as long as possible, but he fails to deny the base, he fails to fight for the expansion, and this is now a brutal moment for Shameless. This is where ByuN is now taking a lead. As Shameless's army is just being outscaled. You can see Shameless working towards Sky Toss, but he has no Fleet Beacon yet. We need the Stargate, the Fleet Beacon, we need to get ready for the Tempest. We're getting into the late game. But it does feel like Shameless, he's stumbling his way there. And here come those Liberators that we spoke about earlier. It's working towards Mass Lib. Tanks only good for holding early Blink Stalkers and 2-base all-in. Yes, yes. Like, tanks, they have their place in this matchup, but it's usually the other game. Oh no! Prism's getting caught out. Tanks have their place in the early game. Another reason why tanks fall off is because you want to be spending your gas on Ghosts, right? Like, you want to be spending your gas on Ghosts, on Marauders. DTs, they come in, they do snipe the expansion. Very nice. Base goes down. Shameless, he gets a planetary. Crucial pick off here for Shameless. Very crucial. ByuN not contained on 4 bases, and that's all that Shameless has to do. As you can see here, ByuN is mining out. The 3rd base, half saturation left. Ooh, as there is a wall of turrets. Shameless does not get in. Phoenix? Wait, what? What's happening? +1 air attack is finishing up. I'm still waiting for the Fleet Beacon more than anything. Oh no! Oh, Jesus. Almost friendly fire. There it goes off. Nice connection. As again, Shameless is reliant on those Novas. Novas, they do not quite connect. Getting within range of the planetary. There's a graze the army. Shameless pulling back, losing another Colossus. Ooh, as Nova does connect, and once again, ByuN does take it to the face, as Zell's coming to reinforce, and ByuN here overextends. Yeah, big overextension. ByuN has to pull away. ByuN, he just lost all his Vikings. DTs, they come in from behind. The blink, the dive of the army. And Shameless, it looks like he may just end the game here and now. He gets onto the Liberators. Liberators arrived too late. Yeah, the Libs, they were just too little too late. GG gets called. Shameless, he overwhelms. And Shameless, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very impressive result here out of Shameless. When it came to the beginning of this game, ByuN had a rocky start. If you remember, he lost his planetary, he lost his tanks, he lost his early move out. It was a really shaky start for ByuN. I will say that ByuN did lock in getting into the mid game. Once he got up to 4 bases and once he got his 5th base up and running, like, he was looking more himself again, which was solid. But we saw towards the end he was pulled apart. DTs, they killed the planetary. He took a lot of Novas to the face. There were like 3 Novas that connected with ByuN's main army. So because of that, by the time the Liberators arrived, there was no support. He had lost too much. He had lost too much. He had no support for the Liberators. They arrived too little too late. The bio army had already crumbled. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Shameless does claim the series, and with that we have our 2 finalists here. We were expecting a TvP finals, but no, Shameless, he will take it instead, and we have a PvP finals between Shameless and Max. Let's go. Let us go. But we did see a bit of an uncharacteristic ByuN there. I will admit that, just because there were a lot of little mistakes when it came to losing buildings, when it came to losing units, when it came to losing move outs as well, losing drops. We'll admit. As we are getting ready here for our best of 5. Also showing that, mate, you got to come in form if you want to take down Shameless. True, true.